It is easy to say that over the last 4 months or so, the world as we know it has been properly turned upside down. With social distancing becoming the new norm, imposed quarantines for many people, and widespread fear among us, it can feel like everything has changed. And a big part of that is where you live. For many people, it feels like their four walls are starting to close in on them. Other people feel that they're just tired of the place that they currently call home, or some people are also just tired of the people they live with. Coronavirus has done a lot to change our world. However, one thing has remained the same. You can still buy a home right now. But, and it's a pretty big but, there are four things you need right now in order to buy a home during coronavirus. What are they? Let's check it out. Yep, that's right. You will absolutely need a mask if you want to buy a home right now. Whether you plan on being at the home before you put an offer in, or if you're okay putting an offer in sight unseen and want to be there during inspections, or if you can forgo being at the property for all of that, but you plan on being there for the final walkthrough, you will absolutely need a mask to buy a home right now. You know, real estate is a basic necessity for people. And as such, we are still doing as much as we can to help those that need to buy or sell their homes right now. But due to everything going on, we're taking all the precautions we possibly can to make sure not only we stay healthy, but you can stay healthy as well. I don't know about you, but my health and well-being and that of my loved ones is of primary concern for me. And I hope that it is for you too. So, yes, you have to wear a mask right now. And in doing so, we are making sure that we can help people buy and sell homes safely. So, wearing a mask was a pretty easy one to guess given our current state of affairs. And you could probably guess this one too. Number two is to make sure you have your pre-approval before you start the search process. Why do you need a pre-approval? Well, first and foremost, it's going to save you time and make sure that you can be competitive when it's time to make an offer. Going home shopping without a pre-approval is sort of like walking into your local Target blindfolded with no wallet and being told to find one specific type of item in the store. Realistically, getting your mortgage pre-approval makes sure that you are not shopping in a price range that doesn't make sense for you. And additionally, it will save you a ton of time when it comes to writing offers in our competitive market, because a listing agent won't even accept your offer or won't even consider it without a valid pre-approval letter. So save yourself time and headaches and get the pre-approval done before you start the home search process. All right, so we got two down. Now imagine this scenario with me for a second. You've decided that you are going to make the biggest purchase of your life, most likely up to this point. A purchase that will affect you in pretty much every area of your life and will inevitably affect the people closest to you as well too. No pressure, but in all reality, this is part of what buying a home is. Now consider this for me for a second. You have one of three choices to make. You can choose to go about this purchase process on your own, with your years of experience watching House Hunters on HGTV and your vast legal knowledge. I'm sure that you can do this all on your own with no hiccups, right? Or you can choose to work with your cousins, sisters, boyfriends, uncle, who you heard is pretty good at his job as a realtor. Or you can choose to work with a trusted advisor, someone who has your best interests at heart, who guides you along the process and makes sure that you feel comfortable and confident every step of the way during the home buying journey. Somebody who's not just thinking about the fact that you're buying a home today, but is also keeping in mind what that purchase will mean for the rest of your life. I'm going to leave the decision up to you of which choice you want to make. However, I think you have an idea which the best one is. So I'm going to assume that you picked option 3 and you're going to work with a trusted advisor. That's a good choice, because working with a trusted advisor is also number 3 in the list of the 4 things you need to buy a home during the coronavirus time. So how do you spot a trusted advisor? Well, first and foremost, you want to find somebody who talks with you, not at you. Somebody who can break down the purchase process or the selling process in an understandable way. And also, you want to find somebody who just instills a level of confidence that they can get the job done for you on your behalf. So, finding this person is also part logic and part gut instinct. Don't rush to work with anybody. Find the person that you feel is your trusted advisor. Think there's not a difference in any agent out there? Well, message me and let's talk. Number 4 in this list of things you need to buy a home during COVID-19 is to have the right expectations. What are the right expectations? Well, before I get into them, you need to understand a little bit about the market we're in currently. So it is right now, July 2020, and I am in the greater Philadelphia area. That being said, we are in an extremely competitive seller's market right now. What does that mean? Well, in a seller's market, home supply inventory is very low and buyer demand is very high. This seesaw effect of inventory being low and buyer demand being high makes it so that it is a very competitive situation for buyers to actually be the ones to go under contract to buy a home. In many situations, if a property is priced competitively and marketed effectively, homes are selling with multiple offers at, near, or above their listed price with waivers of contingencies. It's certainly, for some people, a tough go out there. And having the right expectations about the market that you're getting into and the position you're going to be in as a home buyer will greatly improve your experience during the home purchase process. So, what does it mean to have the right expectations? Well, let's first look at the types of property that you are going out and shopping for. Are these properties within your budget? I'm hoping that they are, so you're on the right track. But also, are these homes at the very top of your budget? If they are, that means that you probably have very little wiggle room when it comes to writing competitive offers. So maybe if you've been looking at the top of your budget and you can't find anything that is working and you're getting beat out in multiple offer situations because you can't raise your terms or your price too much, being at the top of your budget, it might mean you have to either shop for homes that are in a slightly lower budget or in a different location that can give you the same type of home for less money out of your pocket. Once you've identified the home you want to purchase, it is very important you and your agent have the same expectations based on the property that you are going to try and put an offer in on. Let's talk about the property itself. If you are looking at a home that is priced well and marketed very well, meaning it looked good online and it looks even better or just as good in person, that probably means you are in a very competitive situation with other buyers. And because of that, you need to talk to your agent about if you're okay with potentially losing out on this property. If you've identified that you want to do everything possible in order to get this home under contract, then you need to write up a winning offer. What does that mean? Well, it will vary greatly depending on the price of the home, the area you're in specifically, but your agent and you should be talking ahead of time about the terms you're going to offer, the price you're going to offer, and what you can do to make that offer as competitive as possible. I am by no means saying that you should absolutely overpay just to buy a home. However, you do need to understand if you are looking to buy a home right now, you're in a competitive market. And as such, you need to be a competitive buyer if you plan on making a purchase. Lastly, when it comes to expectations, recognize that there is a chance, due to just how competitive things are right now, that your offer might not get accepted. I have seen some truly ridiculous offers being written recently, ones that make my head as a realtor spin with how crazy they are. However, knowing that there's a chance that you might not come out on top the first time you go or the second time you make an offer will greatly reduce the sting that you feel when your offer is not accepted. It is not the best to sit here and tell you guys that if you make an offer, it won't get accepted. That might not be true. You may very well write an offer in your first time, it gets accepted. And you should be talking with your agent if you want to make sure your offers are as strong as possible to get accepted. However, it's still right now a possibility that it won't be, just due to the sheer competitiveness, if that's a word, in the market we're in right now. So align your expectations properly, and your whole home buying process will be much, much smoother. So if you've got these 4 things, then you are well on your way to buying a home during COVID. If you've had thoughts about entering the home search process, you can always feel free to message me here or anywhere on social. And also, if you're looking for a little more information, please feel free to check out the series that I'm doing about breaking the home buying process down into easily digestible chunks so you know early on every step from A to Z. As always, I'm here trying to make real estate easier for everyone. This is Noah Scott, Realtor at Vanguard Realty Alliance. Thanks so much.